shut up. This is what I voted for. Really? You voted for tossing the Constitution out the window? Voted for kids' birthday parties being raided? Because that's not what you said. You said criminal. Legal is illegal. If they came here illegally, you don't give a fuck about the law. You elected a 32-time felon. And this is the part where you say that that was all fake and rigged because everything is fake and rigged. He always gets the benefit of the doubt, but no one else does. People who have never even been suspected of a crime get no grace from you. None of that matters anyway, because you managed to excuse them tossing out legal citizens. Casually call them gang members with no fucking proof. You vote for tossing out a baby with cancer? Oh, well, what about accountability for the parents? You don't give a fuck about accountability. Real accountability is achieved through due process. Due process is not for immigrants. Yes, the fuck it is. Oh, he had to call in the military because riots. He doesn't even have the right to deploy the military. That's when there's an emergency. There's no fucking emergency. When Donald Trump wants to do something that he's not legally allowed to do, he just declares an emergency, just like he did when he stole money from military families to build the wall, just like he did with his dumbass tariffs. He literally campaigned on Biden abandoning states during a natural disaster, which wasn't even true. And when Arkansas had a natural disaster, desperately needed his help and begged for it. He said states could handle their own business with crickets from all of you. But he is real quick with executive oversight the first chance he thinks he can get away with sending the military to California. Notice when he has an opportunity to help Americans, he can't be bothered. When he has an opportunity to hurt Americans, he's tripping over himself to do it. So fuck you. You didn't vote for this. And if you did, you're fucking evil and don't give a rat's ass about the law, which we already know because you elected a criminal. You supported him pardoning people who beat police officers. So shut the fuck up.
The White House has released an official statement, and it's not like anything I've ever seen before. It's more of a request to both the media and to United States citizens, and I think we should take it pretty seriously. They're saying the continued spotlight on the Epstein list is greatly impacting both the mental and physical health of President Donald Trump. They said he hasn't even been able to enjoy the police cam footage of ICE deportations this week. He's getting confused. He won't eat anything. They've even offered him a Big Mac. They asked that the media stop reporting on this, that regular everyday citizens stop posting about it on social media. If you see a post, do not comment, do not boost it. They've asked that we just completely forget about this matter for the sake of Donald Trump. Now, I don't like him by any means. I certainly didn't vote for him, but he is our president. And if this is really making him physically ill, we need to stop. So please, I beg of you, do not comment on this post. Do not repost it. It would kill me if this post went viral and it incapacitated the President of the United States. They've also asked that we please stop confusing the MAGA base. They have been brainwashed to not think for themselves. And this is greatly impacting their health as well. Let's do this. Let's support our president.
America, we did it. We made America great again. I am personally really looking forward to people being forced to work. I know that there's a lot of jobs out there that don't offer any benefits for people whatsoever, and a lot of single moms are probably going to struggle because childcare is just astronomically unaffordable. But I feel better going to sleep tonight knowing that children are no longer going to be able to get birthday cakes with their food stamps because they're not even going to have food stamps. This bill gave $15 billion to Facebook for no reason whatsoever other than existing, and I know that that company that's worth hundreds of billions of dollars needed our government funds. But you know who doesn't need our government funds? Struggling single moms. Struggling single moms didn't need that at all. I'm so grateful that this bill also includes a provision that allows billionaires to use taxpayer dollars to go play space rockets because billionaires love playing rockets. And I love billionaires playing rockets more than I like children having health care. Great job, everyone. This is exactly what I voted for. This is the kind of America that I cannot wait to live in.
The president is very petty and he's very punishing. Many critics say the president often acts like more of a bully than a leader, taking aim at people in whole countries to squeeze out favors or money. He's been accused of doubling down on tariffs and threats, both domestically and abroad, which some view as money grabs that harm everyday people more than the wealthy people. For instance, his latest push to negotiate territorial concessions from Ukraine and impose sanctions or tariffs reflects his aggressive style. He favors the rich, undermining the poor and fairness. Instead of helping people struggle to get by, he's pardoned political allies and wealthy supporters, even those involved in violent or criminal acts, raising alarm that he's more concerned with power and loyalty than he is with justice. Meanwhile, his administration has purged key environmental and climate data, effectively rewriting facts that protect public health and disproportionately affecting poor and maligned folks. He's bordering on unconstitution. From day one of his term, the administration has issued sweeping executive orders that critics argue step on constitutional limits. These actions include expanding immigration enforcement drastically by expanding ICE, detaining more people quickly, targeting sanctuary cities like in California, and threatening fines against groups helping immigrants. Judges have even held his government in contempt for ignoring court orders, which raises serious concerns about the erosion of legal checks and balances in our court systems. In simple terms, people feel Donald Trump's using power for petty personal and political gain, siding with the rich and pushing the boundaries of what the Constitution allows, putting the country's values and fairness at risk. Let's get back to the video.
Heavenly Interview Charlie, is it? Yes, I just want to remind you, you're actually at the Heavenly Gates on a Pro Bass shop, so the hat, I'm going to need it. Okay, thank you. So you want to get...
Great job, everyone. This is exactly what I voted for. This is the kind of America that I cannot wait to live in.
Welcome to your Heavenly Interview Charlie, is it? Yes, I just want to remind you, you're actually at the Heavenly Gates on a Pro Bass shop, so the hat, I'm going to need it. Okay, thank you. So you want to get into heaven. Let's just do a quick review here. It says right here, you love guns, trucks, and freedom, but not the poor, the sick, and the immigrants. Did you even try, babes? Now, when people said Black Lives Matter, you've responded with all lives matter. Why is that? Because one life isn't more important than the other. Okay, then why did you have a Blue Lives Matter flag? Going through your Facebook now, I'm seeing you storms the Capitol in cargo shorts. A lot of sin happening there, am I right? Also, I'm seeing you were involved in one of the police officers dying on that day, so... Where are the Blue Lives Matter now? When asked to wear a mask during COVID, I see here you said, my body, my choice. Looks like that energy might have ended, though, when it came to uteruses you don't own. Can you see how that's hypocritical? What does hypocritical mean? Okay. I'm just going to assume on the books you burned down there was a dictionary. Now, what was your weird obsession with hating drag queens? Because you believe they're an abomination? Okay, well, you're wrong. Oh, you're entitled to your own opinion, baby. I'm Jesus, okay? Only my opinion matters. Maybe I wear a flowy robe and this is a wig. I know, big secret. I love me a drag queen. I even have a crown on. Drag queens fought for civil rights. They regularly do drag shows for charity. And how many charities did you donate to? Unfortunately, rounding up the Walmart does not count when you own a fucking yacht. Do you think that heaven was gonna be a gated community in Florida lined with Chick-fil-A's? One last question. Did you tell a trans child they were gonna burn in hell? Yeah, no, I thought you did, and I hope you brought your sunscreen. I'm sorry, no one tells my children they're going to hell. unless it's Caillou. In fact, Caillou, come on in. Yeah, he'll be your roommate down there. Oh yeah, you know, you're definitely going to hell, mainly for wearing cargo shorts.
White people are having a moment. Black people, you need to come hear this, because I have been on the white side of TikTok, and let me let you know, white people are doing their big one, okay? It is quite impressive. So, first thing, Sydney Sweeney has been put into an American Eagle apparel ad, okay? She's the blonde girl from Euphoria with the big hoo-haws. They put her in a jeans ad.
Right.
And in the ad, where she has the worst vocal fry, like beyond Kim Kardashian, okay? They're making a play on words about genes. So she's over here saying, genes are passed down from parent to offspring, and they determine factors like personality and eye color. My genes are blue, because she has blue eyes, right? And then the tagline says, Sydney Sweeney has great genes, making a play on words between the genes that she's wearing and the genes that this blue-eyed blonde girl was born with. Some of the most outrageous, most obvious supremacist rhetoric that any of us have seen in our lifetime. But it's not black people popping off. No. White people. What? These people are raging. They are using their powers of Karenicity for good, okay? These people are forcibly dragging their entire culture into the future. White people are so fed up with supremacy and racism, they are not stopping today. Because besides dragging who used to be America's sweetheart, because they're dragging the fuck out of that brand, and Sydney Sweeney, they're not having it. With Joey Swole, the guy who's always has something to say about people's behavior in the gym, he had the gumption to praise Hulk Hogan, who just passed away. He's like, oh, he's an icon, he's whatever, he's uplifting Hulk Hogan. And people had to remind him that Hulk Hogan is a raging racist, okay? And he is not somebody to be praised or uplifted or upheld. Like, he has years, decades of persistent, hardcore saying the N-word with a hard ER type of isms, all right? It's bad. And Joey Swole decided he wanted to get on live stream and try to defend Hulk Hogan. It wasn't black people that had something to say about it. It was not black people, because we're tired. Oh, we're tired. We don't open our mouths for nothing no more. But you know who's really tired? White people. White people are so fed up with racism. They are cannibalizing these people. Sydney Sweeney and Joey Swole are getting ruthlessly dragged by their edges, their sideburns, their freaking Hulk Hogan ass handlebar mustache, all up and down social media for tolerating racism. When I say white people are fed up, they are so fed up being embarrassed. They're so fed up with their culture just being mean. Like, they have had it. And I love that. Seriously, watching white people as a culture ascend and evolve in real time is sending me. I took a white man tubing with me this weekend, and you know what this white man said to me? After I showed up at his house at 7:30 a.m. so that we could go to the American River, he yelled at me and said, why are you making me get up this early in the morning to participate in white people shit? I'm not even fucking joking. Multiple times, this man yelled at me through the phone and to my face. He said, why are you making me do white people shit? I don't do this. This is not what I do. This man is Irish. And the funny part is, he was right. He was right. I'm not the one that planned it. Like, I was just inviting him out with my friends. But he really clocked me on that. He was like, bitch, are you for real? I don't do this. I'm not that type of white. I just wanted to bring this to y'all attention. Like, white people are evolving, and it's really, really fun to watch. Like, they are so fucking fed up with all this bullshit. Like, they're so fucking mad. And white people, you guys don't get to have your flowers very often. And I just wanted to get on here and laugh and say that I acknowledge the work that a lot of y'all are putting in. Like, some of y'all were born with the Karen gene, but the fact that you are using it for good, you're using your powers for good, this shit is impressive as fuck. I have seen some angry ass white ladies taking people to task for talking bad about black people or disrespecting minorities. Like, these Karens are the best fucking Karens. I love y'all. Like, I truly do feel safer in the world knowing y'all exist. You are doing the work that people ask you to do. You are doing what is necessary. Y'all are literally fighting, and I'm living for this shit. So I'm gonna go back to the white people TikTok right now and watch them continue to drag Sydney Sweeney's MAGA ass, because this is funny.
Then why is ICE waiting outside courthouses to detain people?
It's actually about the economy.
Then why did they approve another $8.3 billion to spend on ICE?
Well, they don't contribute to the economy.
Then how is ICE tracking them with lease agreements and utility bills?
Well, they're not working.
Then why is ICE raiding factories where people are clearly employed?
Okay, they work, but they don't pay taxes.
Then how is ICE using their tax records to find them?
Because they're criminals.
Then why does 72% of the people arrested have no record?
They're obviously hiding something. They're doing something wrong.
If they're hiding, how is ICE finding them with DMV databases and license plates and social media accounts?
We just have to protect the border. There's too many people here.
Then why are we keeping them in detention centers in Florida and nowhere near the border?
No, you know what you're not getting? Law and order. It's about law and order.
Then why are you taking orders from a 34 convicted felon?
Protect the children, but you voted for this?
Baby, and she's got Marla's legs. We don't know whether or not she's got this part yet, but time will tell.
You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
Ivanka, what's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
Although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka were my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know? I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. Right. I want to make sure that everything is good.
If you're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They stayed there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible looking women. And so I sort of get away with it.
Continue a conversation that I had with my father. So this all started because I sent him a video of someone that was going through and reading the sections of the big beautiful bill that are going to negatively impact people. And I did this because I care about him and I wanted him to be informed if this is going to affect him. It's like, I don't know what medical care he has. I just wanted him to be aware. So I sent it to him and all I said is, this is a long one, but important. Nothing else. And this is what he had to say. I'm sorry, honey, but I can't believe that you believe this bull. This is exactly the same lies that the Democratic Party has been telling you for the last 10 years. I don't know who you is in this scenario because I was 15 10 years ago, all right? I was worried about my relationships with boys and my grades in high school. Every time you hear something, it's doom and gloom, and every terrible thing is going to happen. But it's all lies. Please wake up and quit being one of the sheep that follows the herd and believes everything you hear.
Right.
Now, this clearly upset me because I don't speak to people like that, so I do not allow people to speak to me like that. And so I responded with, Dad, do not speak to me that way. I said that because I care about you and don't want you to be negatively impacted. Do not speak to me in such a belittling and disgusting way. I'm your daughter. Your daughter. He then responds with, I'm sorry, honey, but I don't believe a word they say anymore. Who is they? Who are we talking about? Because I'm pretty sure the people in that video that I sent him were, number one, not politicians, not with either Republican or Democratic Party. Like, they're just people reading the bill. Like, just reading the bill. I had to run errands, so I'm finishing the video now, sorry. So then I said, that doesn't make it okay to speak to anyone the way you did, especially me, your daughter, your child. I get pissed off seeing what's happening too, but I never speak to people like that. Something that frustrates me about that, him calling me like a sheep and all that kind of stuff, like the disrespect. Just there's no respect for me as a human, me as his daughter, no less. Like, he knows who I am. He knows the kind of person I am, that I'm a good person, that I'm educated. I am literally 50% of him. And he doesn't care. And the thing is, he comes to me with information all the time that is wrong. Like, it's just, and I show him where he's wrong. I used to. I don't even try that much anymore to show him anything. The only reason I did for this is because it's a big thing that could affect him and I care about him. But he comes to me with information that is completely false and it frustrates me so much. Do I ever call him a sheep? No. Do I ever come at him and belittle him or make him feel stupid? No. So I don't get it. I know why that's his tactic, okay? Years of knowing this man, my whole life, actually. I know that he does that to make me feel stupid, to shut me up, so that I won't talk about it anymore, and just kind of break me down a little. Okay, but I've grown past when that worked. So then he said, but he was doing something, he was busy, we can talk later. And I said, we can talk later about it, but only if you've actually read the bill itself or watched the breakdown of it that goes through, watched a breakdown of it that goes through each section. If you haven't, there's not much to talk about. And that was me trying to be kind, to let it, just go and be like, hey, it's all good. Everything's fine. It's not, but I'll pretend again. And this was his response to me saying that. If all these terrible things in this bill start affecting me and people like me that have always worked and did everything they could to support themselves and never relied on the government, on government aid, I will admit that I was wrong. But until I see the actual effects of it, I will stand by my beliefs.
As President Reagan said, the 9 scariest words that you can ever hear is, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. I agree with that statement, okay? I will leave it at that and I hope our political differences don't ruin our relationship. I love you. If you know me, you know this isn't okay with me. This whole until it happens to me thing, that's not a good argument. That makes me think you're a bad person and that you're selfish and you don't care about other people. Yeah, and a lot of people rely on government aid. And those people include the elderly that can't work a job. Okay, we're not just talking about whoever you think fits that mold. And that's something that irritates me so much that he does is he groups all of these people into one group and then hates all of them. So now I'll read to you what I said back. I'm sorry, Dad, but if you're going to react in the way that you did with that much hostile emotion behind your words, but won't even read the bill that we're talking about and will only care about damage being done if it happens to you or people like you, that doesn't make any sense. I know that was rambling, sorry. There's no reason for you to have the beliefs you do if you aren't educating yourself on what creates those beliefs. Calling me a sheep for believing the literal words on the document that I have read myself being signed into law because it officially passed the Senate is ridiculous when you haven't even read it yet. If anyone is a sheep, it's people that don't do research before making an uneducated opinion and tell others that they're wrong when others read the literal pages of the document and share it with them. Also, no party has been telling me the same things for 10 years. 10 years ago, I was 15. Girl, I was worried about boyfriends and my grades. That's it. My opinions are based on facts and reading official government documents. If that isn't enough for you to understand the level of education and understanding that I have, then I don't know what would. Stop saying anyone who thinks differently than you is a sheep. Stop saying that I'm all doom and gloom, acting like I have no reasoning to back up the information I show you. I sent you that video because it's important to know the impact this bill will have on the U.S. I sent it to you because I care about you and wanted to make sure you were aware of it. But also, you have to stop only caring when things affect you personally because other people that aren't you or like you matter equally as much as you do. Common sense, just humanity. Only caring when it affects you is selfish, and it's how laws are made that negatively impact all of us. And once the law is made, it's 10 times harder to make amendments to it or remove it. I'm sorry, but you can't keep belittling me and acting like I'm less educated than you when you are not even reading the documents that are being passed, you know? This is the last text, okay? And just to be clear, political differences are one thing. Having different political views doesn't ruin relationships. It's when moral differences are there, but being labeled as political. These issues I have discussed with you are rooted in morality and humanity. If we have different moral standards, then yes, that does make it harder to have a relationship. The word political is used far too often to excuse low levels of morality, and that's not okay with me. Hey, it's just not. I want to have a relationship with you too. I literally sent you that because I care about you and your well-being. You can't keep acting like, okay, clearly I was heated when I typed this. It doesn't make much sense. Bear with me. I meant to say like, you can't keep acting like you don't see the way that you're talking to me and that the way that you're speaking to me would make me have a tough time talking to you in the future. I don't speak to people like that, which is why I don't accept people talking to me like that. So he did not respond. However, he did send me a video from Facebook about some man talking about the bill and how everything that I think about it is wrong. This man didn't show any of the document, did not list the number of the section that he was speaking about. He did not show any proof or evidence, and he had one of those inspirational songs in the background to make it less threatening and sound like it's not actually going to affect as many people as it is. I responded, Dad, ... read the bill. That's it. Just read it. That's all. I don't know. I'm just coming on here to vent a little bit because, girl, I could give a whole explanation on my relationship with my dad. It's been tough, but I love him at the end of the day and want to have a relationship with him, but he consistently is making it harder, and is like we're moving towards a point where I don't know. Like, I literally don't know. I didn't realize that he was this deep in the quicksand. Okay, and even if I offer help, he doesn't want it. He doesn't want to get out. So I don't know. Thanks for listening. Love you.
Welcome to heaven. Last name and date of birth. I'm not seeing you in our database. Are you sure you're in the right place? You are. You want to talk to a manager? Sure. Just 1 second. Hi, Tammy. Could you patch me through to Jesus? Yeah, thanks. I love it. That's a pretty cross necklace you have. Hi. Yes. It's Donna from the lobby. I am here with a woman in a red hat and a camouflage t-shirt that says God, Guns, and Liberal Tears. She's not in our database, but she's pretty insistent that there's been a mistake. Mm-hmm. Okay. Did you love your neighbors? Oh, no, she lived next door to a lesbian couple. Mm-hmm. When you help those people, okay, How did you treat immigrants? Have a nice. Oh, she's gone. She muttered something about woke bullshit and stormed out. Every time I see that red hat and wondering, I'm like, oh, did you take a wrong turn? That's all right. I'll call downstairs and give him a heads up she's on her way. Okay. Yeah, next Friday sounds good.
Trying to reason with hardcore MAGA supporters can feel like banging your head against a brick wall. No matter what the facts are, stories are, or real world examples we share, it's like the words just bounce right off the back. They seem locked into a belief system where only their point of view matters, and anything that challenges it is automatically dismissed as fake or biased. That makes honest conversation with these people almost impossible, because dialogue requires both sides to at least listen and to have the same belief system to a certain extent. And listening doesn't seem to be a part of the deal with them. It's a libertad this and libertad that, but that's cool, right? But we can't have that and have a political discourse or have some kind of political discord, okay? For many non-MAGA people, one of the hardest things to swallow is the apparent lack of compassion for anybody outside of that circle. Whether it's immigrants seeking safety, Latino families struggling for opportunity, poor communities just trying to get by on food stamps or Section 8, or elderly folks who worked their whole lives. Their struggles don't seem to matter to these MAGA people or the president. Instead of putting themselves in someone else's shoes, it's all about me, and mine. That kind of mindset cuts off the humanity that keeps society healthy. This lack of empathy mirrors the behavior of Donald Trump himself, harsh, dismissive, and quick to belittle anyone who doesn't see or serve his self-interest. When your leader models cruelty and selfishness, his most loyal followers often adopt the same tone and values. Over time, it hardens into an us versus them mentality where people outside that group aren't just different, they're seen as the enemy or libertard. That mindset makes division permanent unless something major changes. For people who believe in fairness, compassion, and the idea that we should lift each other up, dealing with this wall of stubbornness and idiocy is exhausting. It's not just a disagreement over policies, it's a clash of core values and morality. You can't negotiate empathy into someone's heart if they don't see why it matters. That's why so many non-MAGA us feel not just politically opposed, but personally drained by every encounter with these people. Despite the tension, there's still hope, a little hope. Humanity has gone through dark, divided times before and eventually found a way to rebuild bridges. It often takes patience, persistence, and real life events that shake people out of their bubble. Even if we can't reach everybody, we can double down on kindness, truth, and empathy in our own communities. But see, here's the thing. We got to start fighting their fire with fire because they don't want to play fair. Now we're to the point where they're starting to cheat in order to win. And then we act like we have too much integrity to do that. I say we got to throw the gloves out. We got to take the gloves off. We got to start fighting y'all the way y'all fight us. There ain't no points for the moral high ground. It just ain't no points. Okay? If enough of us live by those values loudly, we can sort of outshine them, but we got to do some pettiness and some cruelty too. Proving that compassion is stronger. I understand compassion is stronger than selfishness, but they're not playing fair. They're not playing fair at all. So we got to do something. We got to change what we're doing because whatever we're doing is not working. Because they don't seem to see the error of their ways. Okay? They're trying to steal the voice from the American people. And they're always trying to do that. And us as libertards or Democrats always sit on the sidelines and say, we were the better party. We were the moral party. We had the high ground. No, I say, they go low, we go lower. That's the way I would look at it.